Should you look at your crosshair or your target? This is a question a lot of you have been asking. My name is Dive. I'm a Radiant Valorant player here to help you out. Alright, so what it depends on is your crosshair, number one, and number two, how you're swinging angles and where you're looking at. So for example, when you're holding an angle like this, let's say somebody's gonna swing me from right here, okay? When I'm holding this angle, I'm looking at my crosshair, but I'm also looking into the gap between my crosshair and this wall. So I'm looking right now, I'm gonna be looking right here, okay? And then as soon as somebody swings, I'm looking at my crosshair to make sure that my crosshair is on their head, and then I shoot. So an example of where I'm not looking at where I am looking at my crosshair all the time is when I'm swinging this angle here. So for example, I'm clearing angles, boom. All I have to do is simply click when my crosshair is on their head, because this doesn't really require a lot of eye movements. All I'm doing is I'm moving with my keyboard and hoping that my crosshair is on the target's head, and all I have to do is click. This is where crosshair placement is important. But when am I going to look at the target? So an example of this is where I wide swing. Okay, let's use one bot as an example, right? Let's use one bot as an example. So there's a bot right there. An example of this is, imagine my crosshair is here and I wide swing. This is where I'm looking at my target, and I'm going to keep moving until I bring my crosshair to their head. So again, looking at target and then looking at crosshair. You have to transition between the two. It's not as simple as just looking at one thing or the other. But now let's say I have a bigger crosshair. Okay, let's look at something even bigger. You know what? The yay crosshair is good enough. Okay. So when I'm using the yay crosshair, it's the same concept, but the difference is that I'm more focused on accuracy than precision. So what do I mean by that? Accuracy is I'm not really focused completely on the head, but as long as I'm close to the head, I'm gonna shoot. Whereas with the dot crosshair, I 100% want to be on the head because I'm more precise about it. But with the yay crosshair, it's not so much about being on the head, it's just about being accurate about it and being close to the head, and then you can shoot, right? Like that, for example. Um, it becomes really important at long ranges, as you can see. Like the yay crosshair here, you can see it doesn't fit the head completely, but the dot crosshair kind of does. So this is where I'm looking at my crosshair more than the target, and here I'm looking at the target more than my crosshair.